you get up and you get animated and you get involved in the basketball game.
Wilson and Stokes will jump it up. Stokes easily controls, and that's Khalid Reeves with the ball. David Stoudemire, the point guard, and a good one for Arizona. Mills touching it first time. Lewis is going to cover him defensively. Here's Stokes with the turnaround for two. Stokes plays well. The Wildcats seem to play very well there.
You know, he's so important because he does such a fantastic job for them in terms of blocking shots and rebounding. But when he gets involved offensively, their team moves to that next level. One of the best 10 teams in the country.
Lewis, who's had some great games this year, goes for two.
Lewis might be the best athlete on the Santa Clara team, that time showing an excellent first step, great quickness getting to the basket.
Stokes again, and this time Wilson is caught for a hand in the back. First foul on Kevin, first on the team.
That first possession, Wilson really got after Stokes, and I think that's going to be an interesting matchup to follow.
Here's Mills' first shot. Kind of wide off the glass, and it's pulled down underneath by Lewis. Stoudemire chasing Woolery. Lewis can't go on O's. Woolery with the right arm out there to clear Stoudemire out of the way. Eisenrich touching it first time. Schmitz can make that shot. Stokes nearly had it tipped away, but out of the pack is Stoudemire. Stoudemire, the kick. Reeves hits a three. It is 5-2 Wildcats early.
Khalid Reeves setting up that shot. He ran the lane, and rather than angle toward the basket for the layup, he just spotted up for the three-point shot.
Lewis the miss. Good effort on the boards under there by Wilson, but the loose ball is picked up by Reeves. Stoudemire through a crowd, and we've got a reach-in foul. I think it was Lewis outside. First on Lewis, second on the team. Western Kentucky and Memphis State. That's a whale of a matchup. Three-point game. Arkansas ending the dream of Holy Cross. Stokes, the quick kick to Reeves.
Both coaches telling us yesterday that they were going to play primarily 99% man-to-man defense.
Here's Mills missing outside, and that's going to be Reeves over the back with the foul.
Number 3, Khalid Reeves.
That's the first on Khalid Reeves.
First on Arizona.
Woolery taking his time. And Stoudemire is called for the bump. First on Damon. 17:22 to go here first half. 5-2. Arizona the early lead.
Didn't take long for Santa Clara to get Nash in the ball game.
Here's Woolery with the drive, throws it up hard and gets it off the glass. John Woolery is first two.
I was looking out on the floor and I thought Nash would come in. Maybe that was wishful thinking on my part.
O's with the turnaround. Wild with it. Stokes gets the follow. Somebody better get a body on Ed Stokes, Larry.
He has great anticipation. He follows the flight of the ball. He got himself in a pretty good position had that been a long rebound, which it was. And he grabbed it and followed it back in for 2 points.
Schmitz has it knocked away by Reeves. Eisenrich comes up shooting and makes it. 3 for Pete Eisenrich. And we're tied at 7.
Pete Eisenrich likes that shot. He comes from low to high, receives that down screen, and he catches it going away from the basket, plants, turns, and he shoots that ball in the basket.
Good pick there by Woolery at half court. He goes in for 2. And the Santa Clara faithful come to the fore. And you know this building is going to get behind Santa Clara if they make life miserable here for Arizona in the first half.
These teams that are considered to be the underdog usually get the crowd behind them early, and the crowd gets loud, and then the next thing you know, the adrenaline's pumping.
Dwayne Lewis just picked up his second foul. Here comes Nash into the game.
Here's Woolery just making the nice pick. Picks up speed and then softly over the front of the rim.
And Mr. Nash is in the game. Dwayne Lewis is going to have to sit down as he picked up his second personal foul. That's going to hurt Dick Davies' club. As Larry pointed out, the best athlete on the team is Lewis. Santa Clara with the ball in the lead. Eisenrich again. Up big for the boards, and the foul is going to go against Chris Mills. Carl Anderson in off the bench, went hard to the glass, and Mills picks up his first personal foul. We've got a commercial break. Santa Clara, the early lead. They're up a deuce.
And right now, what we've done is we've recruited a lot of young players who all have the skill of shooting the ball from the perimeter.
Andy Carrick, 0-0, is into the game. Steve Nash is the man. He's yet to touch it right now. Reeves is on him defensively. Woolery, the floater for two. John Woolery's got a quick 6, and it's a 4-point Bronco lead. Inside O's, outside Reeves. Trying to go by Nash, forces it, and draws the foul. That'll be the first on Steve Nash.
You see the dribble penetration that time. Khaled Reeves, he ducks that shoulder in and just gets that slight seam to the basket and was able to draw contact on the move.
Khalid may have to have shoulder surgery after the year. Told me the other day the Arizona team is going to head for Australia for an exhibition tour. They'll be down there for about a month, and they're thinking about some surgery on that shoulder during the off season. He's got 5 points right now. There's Carrick shut off by Stokes. Stokes is a huge presence under the basket.
Push that ball away from the basket. His presence makes the game a perimeter game.
Nash giving it up quickly. Eisenrich thought about the three. Here's Nash coming around the screen. Nash has great range. Don't pay any attention to that three-point line. He'll go 2-3 feet outside that and shoot it if the shot is there. Nice move around Stoudemire and off the glass for two.
When you're guarding a three-point shooter as Steve Nash is, he pump fake, got the defender up on him, anticipating a three-point shot, drove around and made a nice move, laying it off the glass.
Stokes short with the turnaround. Eisenrich the rebound, and the Broncos doing a great job on the boards here early. Nash again with Stoudemire out on him. Eisenrich shoots the three. Mills picked up his second personal foul, trying to run through the screen set up by Andy Carrick. So Lute Olson may have a decision or two to make on Chris Mills.
Chris Mills is a senior. He's an intelligent player. That time he got caught trying to fight through a screen defensively. But if there's anybody on this Arizona team that can play with 2 fouls and not get the third, it's him.
Reggie Geary has checked into the game for Arizona. Geary out defensively on Schmitz right there. Lute Olson thinks that Geary will be the best defender ever to play in the Arizona program before he is through. That's some pretty heavy praise.
It really is. He said at this point, his on-the-ball defense is excellent. He said where he's got to learn in their system is how to play off the ball, especially when there's dribble penetration and he's guarding a shooter, not to help out.
Jason Sedlock has come into the game to give Eisenrich a rest for Santa Clara. Here's Nash again. Schmitz will try. Front rims a three. Volleyball rebound picked off by Reeves. Good defense by Nash to stop the penetration. Stokes trying to find some room in the baseline, does, and takes a hard foul from Carl Anderson.
When Ed Stokes catches the ball 15 feet from the basket, Carl Anderson has got to step back and give him a 2-arm gap, so he's got to shoot the jump shot on that.
5th personal foul on Santa Clara. Here's another look at Stokes going baseline.
See, Stokes steps out. He's away from the basket. And he goes right around Carl Anderson. If Carl Anderson steps back, now he makes him a passer or a jump shooter.
Either one of which you'll take.
Either one, absolutely.
Stokes averaging about 14 points a game and 9 rebounds over the last 5 games of the Pac-10 season. Rolls in his second free throw. He's got 6. Santa Clara, though, still up by 2. Here's the pressure. Woolery comes up with it. We are talking about a quality point guard in John Woolery. Here's Nash, the dish outside. Sedlock goes inside. Anderson, the turnaround. Stokes might have got a piece of that. Loose and Stoudemire the other way. Whoa, bad pass.
But the pace of this game is really kind of quickened. Arizona's pressed after the last 2 free throws. Extended the defense.
Nash not looking to force a shot at all. Gets it in the corner, takes it. Short with that one. Rebound on the reach side, though, by Sedlock. Yeah, I'm real impressed, Larry, with what the Broncos are doing on both ends on the glass in this game.
They're running the flex offense here, which is an offense that gives you a back screen for the basket look and a down screen for the free throw line jump shot.
Schmidt's trying to put it on the floor, and the reach-in foul is called on Reeves. And now Reeves has picked up his second. Lute Olson not all that thrilled with the officiating there early. Dwayne Lewis is going to come back in the game after a lengthy rest. He picked up 2 early fouls, went out with about 17 minutes to go, so he's sat for 5 minutes, and Woolery's going to get a little rest as he sits down.
Arizona's playing an aggressive man-to-man defense, but you've got an arm gap or arm and a half gap a dribbler.
Lewis comes up shooting. 5 points for Dwayne Lewis as he hits the 3. And before the shot, we've got a foul outside. Jason Sedlock with the grab on Mills as he went by. 6th team foul on Santa Clara. 5 on the Wildcats.
For their bench seems to be stunned at the moment. Players not very enthusiastic, not getting behind the players on the floor and shouting words of encouragement to them.
Joe McClain has checked in first time tonight for the Wildcats. Sedlock sits back down. Carrick's back in. Here's a steal by Schmitz. Schmitz takes it to the basket. Knocked out of bounds. It'll still be Santa Clara basketball. No call, but a lot of bodies flying around.
You know, a lot of times, there you see the great anticipation in the steal by Mark Schmitz. Now, he's made up his mind at this point that he's driving all the way in. There was contact down low, but the officials chose to make that a no call.
Carrick up short on the jump shot, but the ball off the hands of the Wildcats. And I know it's real early in this game, Larry, 12:20 to go in the first half. But if we were keeping track of bounces here, there'd be a lot of marks in the Santa Clara column. Bounces are going their way here for the first 8 minutes.
A lot of times when you're hustling and you're alert, you're working hard without the basketball, good things happen to you.
Near pick by Stoudemire there. Nash outside. Lewis comes to help. Good defense played by McClain. A reset of the offense with 24 on the shot clock. Nash with room. Not this time. Rebound. Stokes finally underneath. Gets it to Stoudemire on the break. It's 3-on-2. Mills on a wing is going to take it and make first bucket for Chris Mills, and it's a 3. The Wildcats are back to 2.
That was a difficult catch and shot by Chris Mills. Most rhythm-up shooters like to catch it in a fluid motion where the pass is chest high, you catch it and shoot it. He had to reach down by his knees, and oftentimes you'll see a great shooter miss a shot because it's not smooth in its delivery.
Eisenrich to Nash. Bullet pass to Lewis on the baseline. Eisenrich will not be able to track that down at half court. We've got a timeout. Santa Clara hangs on to the 2-point lead. We'll be back. Mike Gorman, Larry Farmer back out here in Salt Lake City. The Broncos holding on to a 2-point lead, running this flex offense. Explain it a little bit, Larry.
Well, it's a set offense that gives you back screens and down screens, and it's taking time off the clock. And although Santa Clara is a 3-point shooting team, it's giving them a chance to at least look inside first.
Stoudemire is out there with Mills, McLean, Geary. Mills with the turnaround, can't get a bounce. And Schmitz goes down hard, but the ball stays with the Broncos.
Santa Clara now spreading the court, running a version of the four-corner offense.
You think Schmitz went down hard? That's hard.
That was scary. Joseph Blair falling underneath him, catching his heels. A long way up in the air to come down and not know exactly, what you're going to land first on.
Joseph Blair in the game, playing in the middle right now for the Wildcats. Nash takes it to the basket, partially blocked, gets it back, can't get it down, tipped and controlled on the baseline by Stoudemire. On the break, Stoudemire, coast to coast. Lewis with the rebound, and now Woolery. Woolery, the bullet pass, Lewis through the lane. Dwayne.
Terrific display of athleticism. He was going full speed that time and made a great move and shot it softly off the glass.
He sure was. McLean misses a three, tracked down by Woolery in the corner.
See if Santa Clara spreads it out again and goes to this four-corner.
You got it, good call. Woolery the dish, now Lewis. Nobody really lighting it up to this point. There's a near turnover. Eisenrich does, though. Second three for Pete.
Pete, although his hair is long, I think his ears are very sharp. He heard what you said, Mike.
7-point Bronco lead. Geary with the drive, the dish, and the foul underneath is going to go on Schmitz. On Markets his first.
Mark coming from the help side that time. He was about free throw line. He had good man and ball vision. And on the defensive rotation, which happened because of the baseline drive, he dropped down to the baseline to protect. But he should get down there with his body, use the legs and the body, not the hands.
Reeves has come back in the game. Stoudemire is going to get a rest, so Khalid will be the point guard. Ed Stokes is trying to get back in for Blair, who's at the free throw line. Eisenrich nearly has and does have his pass stolen by McLean. Nice hustle. Reeves now to set the Wildcat offense. Mills not a factor in the game to this point. And we're 11 minutes into it. Reeves, a big-time three, front rims it. There's McLean on the spot. Blair down low, no, and it's picked off by Schmitz. Points for Pete Eisenrich, and it's a 9-point Bronco lead.
What a first step by Eisenrich to get to the basket to create that layup opportunity for himself.
Turnaround, no from Mills. And the foul's going against the Wildcats. Looks like it's Reggie Geary. Olsen a little incredulous on the Arizona sideline. 7th team foul. This is not a team you want to put on the line too early, Larry.
You know, Luke talked to us about that yesterday. You know, a team that can hurt you with the outside shot, spurt, get the crowd involved in the ball game. It's tough to come back.
Three points for Nash. Here comes Kevin Dunn into the game. He'll give Dwayne Lewis a rest. And Santa Clara with, I mean, you hate to be trite, but they just want this game more right now, Larry.
You made that point earlier. They're getting to the loose balls. When there's a loose one, they're getting there quickly. They're grabbing it. They're getting the rebounds. Their knees are bent on defense. They're animated. They're active. They're doing the little things that have built up this lead.
And they've opened up the playbook here, too, now. They're starting to trap people. Mills misses outside. Nice rebound by O's, and he gets two. Now, you would think the Wildcats could be doing that all night with the height advantage that they have.
Ray O's hung on the rim that time. There was no technical, of course, assessed to that, but the rim right now is bent.
And Dan Chrisman, the official, just spotted it. It's one of those breakaways. I think it is just tilted forward a little bit. They'll see if they can just give it a whack with the basketball. Steve Nash, who does it all, fixes the rim.
Send the littlest guy on the court to straighten up the basket.
We've got a timeout. Under 8 to go. An upset brewing in Salt Lake City. And Chris Mills, who we talked about off the top, great player that he is, not so far tonight. 1 of 6. That was a three-point field goal, and a difficult one at that. And that's a travel. Kevin Dunn with the extra hop in the lane.
When you make that aggressive offensive move to get the ball in the paint, you go in with the scorer's mentality. You're taking the ball in to create something. Jump stop, pull up, and shoot the ball.
Lute Olson is back to his starting 5. Reeves looked inside briefly at Mills. Reeves into a lot of traffic, puts it up and in, and draws a foul on Nash. The Bronco bench was looking for a clear out by Reeves. They won't get it. That's the second foul on Nash. Watch the left arm of Reeves.
Gives a nice up fake, drives in, plants, just nudges the arm out, but he finishes with the right hand. You can nudge, get the defender away.
All right. Reeves completes the old-fashioned three-point play.
And again, the full court man-to-man pressure.
Woolery with the good pass. Ahead to Nash. Got Schmitz in the corner. Instead, they will regroup. I want to talk a little bit about John Woolery, the kid with the ball here. He has one of the more amazing assist-to-turnover ratios you would ever see. Doesn't get a lot of credit on this team, but he is a heck of a point guard. 140 assists, 39 turnovers. On the cut. And it's a blocking foul. Wasn't sure which way the official was going to go. Ed Stokes picks it up, his first. And that's going to put Kevin Dunn at the free throw line.
The spread offense, or the four-corner offense, I think, really caught Arizona by surprise. You know, Santa Clara can capitalize now and on those drives to the basket, pitch the ball out for the easy open three-point shots to draw fouls and make their free throws. We're going to have a ball game
They're
here.
in business, aren't they? Stoudemire in traffic, gets it over to Reeves. There's the trap at half court. Mills picked off by Eisenrich. Mills gets it back and makes the jump shot on the baseline. Accidental offense for the Wildcats. 5-point game. Woolery. Dunn nearly traveled when he caught that. Now the Broncos will reset their offense.
Woolery's got to be careful on that dribble penetration to make the easy pass and not the spectacular pass.
Oh, Mark Schmitz just squared up on Mills and buried it.
That's the perimeter game that we're accustomed to seeing from Santa Clara.
Stokes short with the turnaround. Eisenrich may have got a piece of that. Again, a loose ball goes to Santa Clara.
You know, as a coach, when you're watching your team play, you get a very solid indication of how they're into this ball game by how hard they go after those loose balls.
Eisenrich has got 10. And just when it looked like the Wildcats were making a little noise, it's the Broncos by 10 again. Eisenrich is 4 of 5. Stokes will try deep. Two Santa Clara players there for the rebound.
Who wants the ball the most? Who's willing to get on the floor? Who's going, saying, this is my basketball? And right now, the Santa Clara Broncos are doing just that.
Schmitz again looking to take Mills. Doesn't get the roll, and O's is there for the rebound. Stoudemire back out to Stokes to Reeves. Reeves again with the drive, double pump. Eisenrich the block. Nash in the middle on the break. Done. Got it. And Arizona wants and needs a timeout. But you may have to look at that again. 33-21 the score. And the Wildcats are down a dozen, the biggest lead of the night for the Broncos. Geary's going to let one fly and make a three. Reggie Geary just a 21% three-point shooter, but wasn't shy that time. Again, the Broncos spread the floor. Dick Davey has had a chance. Oh, a traveling violation is called on Dwayne Lewis. I was about to say that Dick Davey has had a good chance to keep Lewis on the bench with those two early fouls. When he picked up that second foul early, it looked like trouble, but the scoreboard's not trouble right now for the Broncos.
Really isn't. The unit that he has on the floor has clicked. They were able to build a lead.
Inside pass picked off. Schmitz with the interception, looking for help. He's got Eisenrich with him, finds him. Here's Nash, wants it. Back rims that one, rebound to Stoudemire. Nash is back defensively. The dish for Reeves. The foul on Schmitz. Another look.
3-on-1 fast break. Reeves goes in strong. Mark Schmitz goes up. It appears that he's going after the basketball, but you send a message. He goes.
He did. He did.
Yeah, he did.
It'll put Reeves back at the free throw line.
Whether he did or not, we're going to shoot some free throws.
That's right. Khalid with 8 points. Made the long trip from Queens. Says he likes to go home at least for part of the summer. But then gets right back to Arizona. Makes them both. Reeves in double figures with 10. A run here by the Wildcats. They're back to within 7, 5 straight after the Broncos had their biggest lead of the night at 12. Wildcats pressure. Woolery trying to dribble through a crowd and a rare turnover for Woolery. Mills is going to take it. Short with the three. Gets it back. Inside Stokes, the turnaround. Yes, off the glass. 8 points for Ed Stokes as the Arizona Wildcats making a run here after getting themselves in a deep hole against Santa Clara. Santa Clara, a team that came in here renowned for their three-point shooting, instead have out-rebounded Arizona badly, just played a very solid game and have a 5-point lead. And now Damon Stoudemire, the point guard for the Wildcats, has 3 personal fouls with 3:18 to go. I'm Mike Gorman along with Larry Farmer. We are at the John Huntsman Center here in Salt Lake City. First round games in the West region. Illinois and Vanderbilt advanced this afternoon. Santa Clara looking to pull off the biggest upset of the tournament so far. But they've hit a dead spot here.
And they've got to make their free throws. When they draw those types of fouls, they've got to step up to the line because those are points that they're going to need down the stretch in this ball game.
Mills inside Stokes. No room on the baseline. Reeves is going to take it. Long from the corner. Stokes trying to keep it alive. Does. And kicks it out to Geary. That's a big-time three. And Eisenrich is just going to let it go out of bounds. Reggie's throwing him up here tonight, isn't he?
Carl Anderson, who's got the very difficult job of guarding Ed Stokes, has got to make sure, whether he gets a rebound in this game or not, that he keeps Stokes off that offensive backboard.
McLean has played well off Lute Olson's bench. He's replaced now by Ray O's. 33-28. Santa Clara's gone about 3 or 4 possessions here without coming up with anything.
Well, they had spread the court earlier and run a 4-corner, which they were very successful in. Now they've gone back to their more traditional flex set.
Dunn looked for Anderson, then surprised Woolery with the pass. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go first half. Nash. Mills up big for the rebound. And Arizona now can get back to within 3 after trailing by 12. Good look by Mills. And O's will go to the free throw line, and Steve Nash has picked up his 3rd personal foul.
This might be the first indication in the last 6 or 7 ball games where you realize that Steve Nash really is a freshman.
That was a freshman foul.
Number 20, Mark Schmitz.
1 for 7.
Mark Schmitz coming back in. Nash will sit down, I'm sure, for the rest of this half.
Yeah, he's 1 for 7 after, just being on fire the last 5 ball games. And I think that's frustrated him, and probably the reason why he committed that last freshman foul.
Ray O's just a 52% free throw shooter. Looking for the second of 2. His club is down 5 with 2:03 to play first half. Looked pretty good on that one. 3 points for O's. 4 points to lead. Eisenrich having trouble and throws it away.
Now Santa Clara's got to know, because Arizona's done it after every free throw, we expect the man-to-man press. They've got to bring 3 people back with a 4th man alert to come back and help so they can make that entry pass and get the ball up the court.
The Wildcats on an 8-0 run. Geary into Reeves. Reeves gets the contact. O's up big on the follow, rather. And the foul, I think, is on Kevin Dunn.
The athleticism of Arizona taking over now. And again, you're Santa Clara. You've got to make sure if you can force Arizona into a quick shot or a poor shot, you must box out and not give them the second shot opportunities.
Lute Olson has been up just about the entire game. Occasionally get into that catcher's position, but he doesn't sit down on the bench all that much. O's is now 2 for 3 at the line. 33-30. The 12-point lead is disappearing fast. Loose balls now starting to come Arizona's way, but there's Woolery with the steal to Schmitz, who goes right at Stokes. Can't get it up, though, and it's picked off underneath by Reeves, who got back in a hurry.
Mark Schmitz trying to do a little bit too much that time with the basketball. He had the right idea about laying it off the board, but he tried to shield the defender from the ball. Shot a reverse layup, much too difficult a shot for him.
Here's Mills off the bump, gets 2. 33-32. And a foul, I believe, is called on Geary. McLean's going to check back into the game. Well, just a tied-up ball with the possession arrow in favor of Santa Clara.
Chris Mills taking a breather. Boy, the last shot that he took, that's just the poise and experience of a senior and a great player.
Santa Clara badly needs a hoop.
set some screens, get some good ball movement, man movement, work off the dribble like they did earlier in the first half, see if they can create an easy shot opportunity for themselves.
Schmitz with Geary right there with him. Schmitz puts it on the floor. The kick back, the jumper from the baseline is not going to go. Rebound by McClain. Anderson taking that shot. Ooh. Dick Davey can't believe there isn't a travel, and then all of a sudden, a three-point field goal thrown down by Joe McClain, and Arizona's got the lead at 35-33. A 14-0 run from the Wildcats.
Arizona's a very good basketball team, and I sat here wondering when were they going to get themselves fired up and into this ball game mentally.
Jim Nance and Bill Raftery coming your way at halftime, so stick around. They will update you on everything going on all around the country as we wind down the first half here in Salt Lake City. Woolery with the drive. Wild with the shot, but got fouled by Reeves, and that's 3 on Khalid.
But Khalid Reeves had very good position defensively on John Woolery. There really wasn't any need to reach in and try and block the shot because I thought the defense had really created a difficult shot for the Santa Clara Broncos.
It'll give Woolery a chance at the free throw line. Western Kentucky and Memphis State, a one-point game and a very low-scoring game at that. Woolery 64% at the line. It's his second miss at the free throw line as the strike has betrayed the Broncos here tonight. Missed them both. Quick turnaround. Won't go down. Rebound to strip underneath, out of bounds. And the Arizona Wildcats with a 14-point run close the half. The score, Arizona 35, Santa Clara 33.
Unlike other teams.
Meyer 3 on Reeves. A fourth early could change the flavor of this game a little bit.
Especially if Santa Clara goes back to that open court offense and they allow their guards to attack Arizona's guards one-on-one.
At Stokes, top of the key, Reeves. Mills down in the block. O's and Stoudemire will start the half for Arizona. Here's Chris Mills trying to get the spot down in the paint.
He's very experienced inside, works real hard without the basketball. He's getting big, giving the outside target to the baseline side.
That's 9 now for Mills on the night.
A good example that time of his inside and outside abilities.
And a foul is called underneath. Stokes? Yep. No, Mills. So now Mills will play with 3.
Chris Mills got his knees bent and really tried to deny Dwayne Lewis the ball. Dwayne Lewis backdoored him and he held.
Lewis came up short with that jump shot. Stoudemire the rebound out of the pack himself. Gets it ahead to Mills. Stoudemire lets one fly. Rebound, and that's going to be O's over the back, picking up his first. Just underway here, second half. Lute Olson's club up by 4 after trailing just about all of that first half.
Coach Dick Davey of Santa Clara going into his bag of tricks. Let's see if he can come up with an offense or a play to really put the pressure on the Arizona defense to try and draw those third, fourth fouls.
Here's Lewis. And that's going to be a foul on O's down in the paint, and he picks up 2 quick ones here in the second half.
That was, excuse me, that was called on Kevin.
I'm sorry, it was called the other way on Fitzwilson, and that's his third.
He did get his feet set on that screen, and they called it for a moving pick.
Reeves comes up shooting. Front rims it. Woolery and Schmitz combined for the rebound. Western Kentucky with the 4-point lead. Duke having their way tonight. Eisenrich can't get the shot off. Here's Lewis. Eisenrich sets his feet. Can't get the three. Stokes off the floor with the rebound. Stoudemire. Into O's. And Eisenrich is going to be called with the reach. That is just the first on Pete Eisenrich. Eisenrich, an academic All-American at Santa Clara. 8 minutes, 43 seconds without a field goal for the Broncos. And they're down by 4.
I think
there's good news and bad news in that one, Larry.
You know, when you live right, things like that happen to you. But the next few possessions, I think, are very critical for Santa Clara. They've got to come down and establish something. I thought they did that early in the first half. They got into a rhythm. There was a method to their madness. It was different than we'd anticipated, but it worked for them. They've got to get back to that the second half.
6-point game, 18 minutes to go. We're at the Huntsman Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. And that pass is off Schmidt's hands, out of bounds, a turnover. And the drought continues.
He tried to isolate that time on Stoudemire to pick up that 4th foul. I thought the passing angle might have been improved by a dribble toward the wing. That would have made it a lot easier to feed it inside. If they can do that, they might be able to, again, create that 4th foul situation.
Anderson picks up a quick foul as he immediately gave Stokes a push in the back. That's 6 fouls total called in the first 2 minutes and 21 seconds of this second half.
You see that a lot in ball games. First half, referees called it loose. This half, they're calling it a lot closer.
O's back out to Stoudemire. Little floater in the lane. Won't go down. And there's Dwayne Lewis up for the rebound.
Arizona's not going to keep missing those shots, and Santa Clara's got to take advantage of it right now.
Woolery looking for something to develop. It's Lewis. Nash is up off the Bronco bench. He'll be coming in next whistle. Eisenrich, Mills keep in touch with him down in the corner. Lewis trying to put it on the floor. Does. Blocked by Stokes, but a foul is called on the drive.
Foul, Arizona. Number 22, Ray O's. Second foul.
That one is on O's, his second.
That penetration created by Dwayne Lewis's quick first step in his athleticism. Stokes comes over to help, but draws a foul with the body.
Not a shooting foul. Lewis looking to inbound and finds Schmidt in the corner. Here's Lewis again.
Santa Clara not as active offensively as they were in the first half. A lot of standing around, indecision.
Here's Lewis, he'll take it. Can't get it down. Rebound to O's. Mills with the dribble drive, trying to put it off. No, I thought he was going to go off the glass. He made it clean. Chris now has 11, and Arizona has upped the lead to 8. Santa Clara has not scored here in the second half, and they didn't score for the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the first. A 20-0 run. Eisenrich has his shot partially blocked. Alley-oop, Stokes. A great pair of hands belong to Ed Stokes. And the Wildcats lead by 10.
Damon Stoudemire in transition. He's an excellent passer. He's got great floor vision. He spots Ed Stokes, but he throws the lob pass too high. Stokes gets up and gets a palm on the ball and banks it in.
The Broncos back to the 4 corners. The 15th seeded Santa Clara Broncos led this game 33-21. There's Stokes on the block. Dick Davies up looking for a goaltend he won't get. Reeves short with the 3. Strip underneath, last to touch it. And it's Arizona basketball. Eisenrich is incredulous. Santa Clara led this game 33-21. It is now 43-33, a 22-zip run for the Wildcats.
We know Arizona's a good basketball team. Maybe they got their wake-up call when they got down.
Count it, and a foul. 13 now for Mills.
Chris Mills setting up on the low post that time. You know, he makes that jump hook. It reminds me a lot of Danny Manning on the block down there, where you really don't get yourself squared up to the basket, and it's sort of an untraditional jump hook, but he's got a great touch on the ball, and he guides it in.
13 points now the lead. Again, the four-corner offense. Lewis, the tip. Lewis battling hard, and Lewis from the free throw line with 15-11 to go in the game will have a chance. Maybe. No, he won't. They're going to inbound the ball, so Mills picking up his 4th personal foul, and Reggie Geary comes in for him.
13-point lead. When he goes out, Santa Clara has not scored yet.
Nope. Schmitz down on the baseline for 2. 5 for Schmitz, but more importantly, the Broncos are back on the board. Geary takes it in, misses the pull-up, rebound Lewis. Now if the Broncos can put a run together, Mills on the bench will be a problem.
I think this is where they'll really miss him, because he's a steadying force. When he finally got himself on track late in the first half and early in the second half, he's been a go-to guy at both ends.
And remember, Santa Clara can get hot from beyond the stripe. Schmitz one-on-one with Geary, pulls up. That's short. Loose on the floor. Oh, Lewis, good hustle. Excellent hustle by Lewis. Eisenrich drives. Nice. Oh, an offensive foul is called.
Nice up fake that time by Pete Eisenrich. Boy, it looks like he establishes an offensive position going to the glass before Colin Reeves had a chance to get in a position to take the charge. Not a popular call.
Sure isn't. Stoudemire with Woolery on him. Now Lute Olson is working the official on the other end. Oh, he loses it. Woolery, Eisenrich, long with it, rebound to Geary. Up to Stoudemire.
Too quick that time.
Oh, good pick there. Woolery with the steal. He's alone for 2. 8 by Woolery. And the Broncos are making a little noise again.
John Woolery that time with the quick hands, although he did maintain excellent position between the man with the ball and the basket with his feet.
Now, offensively, with Mills out, where does Arizona go for points? Nowhere right now, obviously.
When you're turning the ball over, I think they've got to go back to their guards or try and get Stokes involved.
You made a nice call about 6 or 7 minutes ago, wondering where the 4 corners went. It's been effective since Dick Davies gone back to it.
Well, you put 2 shooters in the corner, so if you do get dribble penetration and Arizona helps, you're going to give up a free 3-point shot.
Schmitz back to Woolery. Still 19 on the shot clock.
But if you can beat the defense on the dribble, you got a chance to draw the foul.
Still a lifetime to go in this basketball game. Lewis, pretty good fake. Takes it in. No, short. Rebound. Tip. Nash underneath. Lewis! A 6-0 run by the Broncos.
Nice touch pass that time by Steve Nash. Not even coming down. Spotting the open man and making a nice pass to him.
Stokes kicks it back out to Geary. Back to Stokes. Spins. No. Tip. O's has got it. Leans in. Rejected by Woolery. Get your point guard in there blocking shots.
John coming from the help side, the blind side, and slapping that shot out of bounds.
Reeves goes to the bench. McLean has come back in. McLean gave Lute Olson some 5 minutes in the first half. Stoudemire loses the handle, but a reach-in foul's called. It'll be Woolery. Damon Stoudemire, 78% at the line during the season. That's his first point of the game, Larry, and it comes with 12 minutes to go.
Damon Stoudemire is very explosive. You know, he can penetrate, smart. He gets everybody involved. He's got to pick his spots, but they're going to need his offense. Especially now, Chris Mills on the bench.
48-39. Nash wants to go one-on-one with Stoudemire. Schmitz, a step along the baseline. Strong move. Mark Schmitz is not shy when he gets an opening.
Absolutely no back down about that play.
We've got a timeout. 48-41 Arizona. Nash, Eisenrich, Carrick, Schmitz, and Lewis are out there for Santa Clara. Here comes Stoudemire. We've got just under 12 to go. The 15th seeded Broncos looking to make a run of their own here. Stokes, pretty nice move, but it won't go, and Eisenrich a big rebound.
Nice up and under move that time.
Really was. Everything but the finish.
Everything but the finish. Santa Clara, where they started off, they were 4 of 11 from the three-point stripe in the first half. They're 0 of 6 the second half. Right
through the hands of Mark Schmitz. Stoudemire, the crossover move. Nash aggressively out on him. Nash, pretty tenacious little defender, number 11.
Oh, he's spunky.
O's a turnaround. Rebound Lewis. The Wildcats have gone cold.
This is where your offense must feed off your defense. They forced Arizona to take some shots that probably weren't great shots, and now they've got to capitalize on it.
And the Broncos spread the floor. Approaching 20 on the shot clock. Eisenrich misses baseline. Schmitz there for the rebound and keeps it alive. That was a terrific play by Schmitz to avoid a travel and keep that ball in bounds.
Kept his poise and composure.
In and out with the three. Stoudemire got pushed, and it's either Eisenrich or Lewis. It'll be Eisenrich picking up his third. We've got 10-17 to go.
With the style of play that they have, and certainly with the abilities of these players, you get them to miss shots 2 or 3 trips down. You really got to get something positive out of it. You've either got to get them to foul, where you get an opportunity to shoot free throws, or you've got to come down and score, because sooner or later they're going to get back in a groove and they're going to spurt again.
Here comes Kevin Dunn into the game, and Schmitz will get a rest. Started up and draws a foul, and the official appears to be pointing at Khalid Reeves. If he is, it is his fourth, and he did. So Reeves with 4, Mills with 4.
This Arizona team has been touted as one that not only had 5 excellent players in their starting lineup, but a deep bench. I think we're about to
test that theory. 11 points for Eisenrich, his first of the second half. Nash back in. Lewis out this time. And McLean back in. And Reeves out. So Lute Olson will try to buy a couple of minutes with Reeves and Mills both on the bench. He has an 8-point lead, depending upon what Eisenrich does here. Make it 7. If you're the Wildcats, do you work a little clock?
You want to play a little clock because that gives you more of an opportunity to keep those players you have in foul trouble out. As long as you have that 8-point cushion, there's really no hurry to get Mills back in the ball game.
Stoudemire directing the traffic. Stokes wants the ball down in the blocks, and Woolery nearly got the steal. Out of bounds off Stoudemire. John Woolery, a terrific hustle play. I'm Mike Gorman along with Larry Farmer. We are at the Huntsman Center on the campus of the University of Utah. First round game in the West region. The number 15 seed, Santa Clara, looking to pull an upset. Down by 7. They led by 12 earlier in this game. Dunn exchanges with Woolery. Eisenrich comes up shooting, makes it. It's a 5-point game.
You know, Pete Eisenrich had missed several opportunities to make shots that were very makeable for him. And like all great shooters who believe they're going to make the next one, he made that free throw, his last free throw, and I think that got his confidence rejuvenated.
Geary looking, finding McLean. Ooh, that was real close to some sort of a violation there. Stoudemire will try. Short with the 3. Carrick the rebound. The Broncos with the ball down 5. They could get the 3 or less. They are on a 12-4 run of their own now.
Score here might prompt some shuffling over there on Coach Lute Olson's bench.
Woolery. Eisenrich will take it. Knocked down by Ed Stokes. And Eisenrich will go to the line. Second foul on Stokes, the 6th on the team. But in the act of shooting, Pete Eisenrich.
You know, it appeared that Arizona had gotten themselves in a nice rhythm when they made that big run, and now they appear to be a little bit disjointed. Again, that's when you want your team leader, Chris Mills, in the ball game.
Joseph Blair is going to come in, and O's will sit down. There is Mills. Khalid Reeves right beside him. Eisenrich. An academic All-American with a 3.67 GPA in finance. And a pretty good free throw shoot. 50-47. Dangerous pass stolen by Nash. Ahead to Woolery. He takes it in. Missed it. Rebound Dunn. And a foul is called on Dunn. And Dick Davies up applauding his team, saying it's all right.
Excellent hustle. Very reminiscent of how they played the first few minutes of the first half. Steve Nash getting on his horse, jumping up in the air, making a nice feed to John Woolery. Woolery gets a little bit out of sync there. Didn't have great control of the basketball, although he did try and set it softly off the board, but he missed. But again, you've got to be happy if you're Coach Dick Davey, because his team is now animated and they're hustling again.
Second foul on Dunn, the 9th on Santa Clara. Stokes missed the one-on-one, but Geary snuck in for the rebound. McLean rejected by Eisenrich. Stokes missed the dunk. And the crowd is right behind the Broncos. Carrick to Dunn. Eisenrich rejected down low by Blair. And did he have all ball?
Eisenrich made a good move on Stokes. Tried to take it to the other side, but there was Blair to block it.
Don't go away. For the last 20 minutes of this game. The Broncos, the ball down 3. Still a long way to go. 7:15. I'm Mike Gorman, along with Larry Farmer here at the Huntsman Center in Salt Lake City. An excellent first-round game. Lewis. Nash. Loose underneath, out of bounds, and the Broncos will keep control. 6:55 to go. Santa Clara, a number 15 seed, jumped out to a 12-point lead. Dick Davies' kids were playing so well. Arizona came back and popped them with about a 25-0 run to go up by 13, but then foul trouble. Mills and Reeves had to go to the bench. Santa Clara has come alive again, and they've got the ball and a chance to tie.
Steve Nash, talented freshman that we talked about. He's not taking a shot the second half.
You have a feeling, though, don't you?
He's got the guts of a burglar. He's not going to go too long without getting one up there.
Woolery with that little hop step and hits the floater. 50-49. Reeves looking inside at O's. Stokes. Crowd wanted a travel. Dick Davey exploded off the bench. Stokes, though, gets his 12th point, and it's back to a 3-point Arizona lead.
Pete Eisenrich is guarding Stokes, and he's got to get three-quarter or get around in front. That's just too easy a basket for a man his size. He's given up 4 inches, but he's got to be more active defensively.
Reeves did a good job staying in touch with Nash there in the corner. Lewis can't go.
Chris Mills is at the scorer's table, about to come back in. A little under 5.5 minutes.
Woolery again. That one is knocked away out of bounds. It'll still be Santa Clara ball. Here's a look at what we're doing here in Salt Lake City. Illinois and Vanderbilt have advanced. Of course, Arizona, the Pac-10 champions. They just demolished the Pac-10, but they're in a war here tonight. Temple and Missouri still to come later on. Chris Mills back in the game with 4 fouls along with Reeves. Nash, the dish, Woolery can't make it. Rebound taken down by Reeves. Arizona now the ball in a 3-point lead as we're about to go under 5 minutes to go in the game. Reeves spins into the lane. Again, nice defensive job by Nash into Stokes. Stokes is stuffed by the rim, and Lewis comes away with the ball. Stokes just got bad position under the basket line.
He made that power dribble, and he lost his awareness of where he was in relation to the basket. But that still is a favorable matchup for Arizona.
The Broncos could tie the game with a 3. Schmitz behind the back. And it'll still be Bronco ball, and they are fortunate to maintain possession there. There is Chris Mills, 14 points, but playing with 4 fouls.
In traffic like that, Mark Schmitz has really got to play smart. Not do the fancy thing, but just do the clever thing. Get the ball in good positions.
Lewis! It's a 1-point game, 52-51. The number 15 seed, the Broncos of Santa Clara, won their conference tournament with a remarkable 3-point shooting performance. They shot nearly 60% on 3s in their tournament to win the West Coast Conference. Here's a quick reset. Timeouts are even at 2. Next foul by Santa Clara will give Arizona 2 shots. And the Broncos right now in possession of the arrow. O's is going to be at the free throw line. He's going to get 2.
.52% foul shooter. Steps back. He's got to step up to the line, take a deep breath, focus on the front of that rim, and shoot the ball right over the front.
like that. He's got 7. Wildcats by 2. About to go under 4. Woolery with the drive and the kick. Lewis in and out with the 3. Schmitz, great effort on the rebound, and it goes off Reeves out of bounds. Schmitz goes after it and keeps possession. 3:45 to go. Only once in 34 attempts has a number 15 seed knocked off a number 2 seed. But the Broncos of Santa Clara are looking to make that 2 for 35 here tonight. It's 53-51. Arizona clinging, and I mean clinging, to a 2-point lead right now with 3:45 to go in the game. Mike Gorman along with Larry Farmer. We're at the Huntsman Center at the University of Utah.
I'm sure in that timeout, Coach Dick Davey explained to his players, we've got a couple of people out here on the Arizona team with fouls, given the opportunity, attack. Don't get out of our rhythm or don't take bad shots, but if you have the chance to go one-on-one against a guy with 4 fouls, take it at him.
Stokes just picked up his 3rd. Lute Olson has to be concerned on that sideline. Eisenrich at the free throw line.
1+1.
Stokes with 3, Mills with 4, Reeves with 4, Stoudemire with 3, and Eisenrich continues to bury free throws. He's got 17 points and 7 rebounds. Dick Davey in his first year as the head coach at Santa Clara after 15 years as an assistant there. Rebound at O's, 53-52, Arizona by 1. Mills gives it up to Stoudemire. .3:15 to go in the game. Mills is short. Rebound to Nash. Santa Clara can take the lead as we approach 3 to go.
The last time Santa Clara had a lead was with 1 minute and 18 seconds left to go in the first half.
Schmitz is going to take it. Oh, the rebound is lost out of bounds by O's. That is a bonus possession for Santa Clara.
Now you got to take advantage of it. You've been given a gift. Open it. Do something with it.
Woolery looks. Eisenrich. The Broncos have the lead. 54-53. Stoudemire. Reeves. And the foul will be on Schmitz. 4th foul on Schmitz.
Here you see the baseline inbound. Pete Eisenrich gets his feet set, squares up to the basket, and lets it fly.
Khalid Reeves will be at the free throw line. Eisenrich with a brilliant game, set 19 points unofficially. Schmitz picked up his 4th personal foul. That's the first miss of the night for Khalid Reeves.
Close ball games like this, you work every day so hard in practice. The beginning, the middle, and the end on shooting free throws.
Missed them both. Nash comes up with the rebound.
Another gift.
Let's see if they open this one. They go 4 corners. Woolery, the dish, Lewis, the dunk! Santa Clara by 3. Geary looking to Mills. Mills double teamed, has to give it up. Geary, Stoudemire is going to take it. In and out. Rebound loose. Oh, Lewis lost it out of bounds with 1:58 to go.
Dwayne Lewis had both hands on the ball, and as a coach, that's when you want to see him nuzzle that thing into the chest, get those elbows out, and take care of the ball so you don't turn it over.
Reeves will inbound, a fresh 45, 1:58 to play. Reeves in traffic. in and out. Big follow. Stokes out of bounds. Oh, Schmitz is gone. Mark Schmitz called with the reach-in foul, his 5th. Schmitz leads with 7 points, but I tell you, he was involved.
5 fouls on number 25.
That was an involved 7 points that Mark had out there tonight.
His contribution is one that you don't always see in the stats. He hustled, he tipped balls, he got other people involved, he really got his team animated. Boy, they're really going to have to step up now because that's a huge loss.
The senior telling Kevin Dunn, don't let this be my final game.
Take over where I left off, baby.
At the line for the Wildcats, number 41, Stokes.
Stokes at the free throw line. 56-53, Santa Clara with 1:49 to go.
Stokes is 73% free throw.
That one never had a chance.
You know, you missed that first one. You can be affected 2 ways. Either relax and you go ahead and make the second one, or you tighten up a little more and you wind up missing that one too.
That's 5 straight free throws the Wildcats have missed. Nash gets it to Woolery. The Broncos the ball and a 3-point lead.
They wanted to give a foul that time, Arizona.
Nash. Oh, he threw it behind Dunn. The freshman cost his team there.
Arizona will foul John Woolery if Santa Clara gets the ball back and they're still behind.
The possession arrow still in the Broncos' favor. Each side with a couple of timeouts. Santa Clara will have to make 1-and-1s when they are fouled. Mills double pump, and he will go to the line. Lewis thought he had hung tough. He picks up the foul.
Dwayne moved his feet, maintained a very nice defensive position between Chris Mills and the basket. I thought Chris was going to have to finish that drive with a tough shot because he did everything properly. Dwayne Lewis did, got a hand up, but he fouled him with the body.
Mills for 2. His club trails by 3.
Down 3, Lute was up that time giving instructions to go after John Woolery and foul him. They're down 1 or 2. I'm sure he'll take that off.
It's a 1-point game. Nash gets doubled, gets it to Woolery, ahead to Eisenrich, over to Dunn, into Lewis, and he's going to take it back out. Nash, the dish, Lewis, good fake. Oh, it doesn't go. Reef, Dunn, got it! Kevin Dunn, the freshman, with the biggest basket of his young life. And Arizona calls time. 48 seconds to go. 58-55. Santa Clara, the 3-point lead. Just under 49 seconds to go. Arizona with 1 timeout left. The possession arrow still belongs to Santa Clara. Chris Mills will inbound. And Lute Olson hoping what happened last year doesn't happen again. Arizona with Stoudemire looking to find Mills. Mills is going to take a 3. No, rebound taken down by Woolery. Gets it to Nash. And he's fouled by Geary with 31 seconds to go. The Broncos of Santa Clara, seeded 15, looking for the second time in NCAA history to knock off a number 2 seed. Last year, a loss to number 14 East Tennessee State when Arizona was a 3 seed. Right now, they are looking at a loss to a number 15 seed. Nash, the freshman, makes the free throw. This is a game where Santa Clara jumped all over Lute Olson's club to begin this game, led by 12, then were outscored 25-0, trailed by 13, but never gave up, Larry Palmer.
Oh, they didn't, and Nash has got ice water in his veins.
Those are two big ones, huh?
Big ones. He's gone from being a freshman to a sophomore, 2 free throws.
And that is not something that Dick Davey wanted. A foul with 27 seconds to go. A look around the country coming up next. East Carolina, North Carolina playing their opening game. LSU and Cal should be a good one. And Larry and I will be here for Missouri and Temple. Seton Hall opening their NCAA play against Tennessee State. Stoudemire will shoot 2, his club down 5.
Arizona's got to score these 2 points here with the clock stopped. Go to some sort of full court press. Go after the basketball, hoping that if there is slight contact, the officials won't call it when they have a chance for a steal. But nevertheless, go after the ball to not allow a lot of time to tick off the clock so they get another possession.
Arizona has made 1 of their last 15 field goals. Stoudemire rolls in the free throw. It is a 1-possession game at 60-57. Eisenrich will inbound. Gets it into Nash. Nash is fouled immediately, and if that's Reeves, he's gone. Nash can't get to the free throw line fast enough.
So back to that ice water. He wants the ball. He wants to get fouled. He made a terrific move. He faked away and cut hard to the basketball. There was no denying him the ball on that inbounds pass.
Steve is from Victoria, British Columbia. The assistants told us yesterday they had heard about this kid. They went to check him out. They watched him play for about 10 minutes, and they started looking around the gym going like, is anybody else here? There wasn't, and he came to Santa Clara.
You hear about those stories, but not too often. You know, the recruiting network in our country is so very, very good, but there's one that slipped through the cracks.
Makes them both. And Arizona will use their final timeout. Mike Gorman and Larry Farmer at the John Huntsman Center here in Salt Lake City, Utah. A major upset brewing. Number 15 Santa Clara about to take out the Arizona Wildcats, barring a miracle finish. 20 seconds to go in the game. And Woolery is called with a foul running into Geary. Reggie Geary setting a screen. John Woolery ran into him. And the Cats get a chance to score with the clock stopped.
Woolery and Steve Nash have got to communicate on that. That was a guard-to-guard high screen outside the three-point line. And the easy thing to do on that is just to switch. So maybe defensively you don't have the perfect matchup, but you don't charge and you still got the ball outside the three-point line.
And viewers waiting for Seton Hall. We will have that game coming up against Tennessee State. They are just underway. We'll be taking you to that in just about 18 seconds or so. Right now, Dick Davey's club looking to pull off the upset of the opening day of action.
Coach Luke, that time, reaching into his bag of tricks. He's got a player that he does not want on that free throw line.
And so he brings in Dylan Rigdon. And the junior will shoot the free throw. He's got 2. That's tough position to be in coming off the bench. The lead is 5. Ray O's looking to come back in. Rigdon makes the second.
Reggie Geary, a freshman, that time he drew the charge. Hurt his arm on the play, but you don't know if he was really designed for him to step up and shoot those free throws.
And there's the foul given immediately by McClain. He gave it to Steve Nash, though. Nash has been more than equal to the task at the free throw line. Look at, he's up there waiting.
Don't you love it? I mean, he just gets it in high gear. He gets up to that free throw line. He wants that basketball.
10-2 foul, Arizona. At the line for Santa Clara, number 11, Steve Nash. Nash shoots 2.
Nash with 8 points, 6 of them from the line.
That didn't touch iron.
Freshmen will drive you crazy, won't they? Oh, what a big-time performance at the stripe. Stoudemire, nobody home on the pass. Now Mills, a major league three, and the Wildcats get their final timeout. It's a 3-point game with 8 seconds to go. The big thing right now, Larry, working on those inbounds plays to get the ball back in bounds.
Coach Dick Devey spent that entire timeout telling his team, we've got to get the ball inbounds, probably with good screen up front, and make sure we get it to a player that can shoot free throws.
It would be Nash if they could, and Eisenrich, knowing he had another timeout, decides to burn it right there. We'll be back. Eisenrich will inbound the basketball, or at least attempt to. They throw it long. Nash is open, and he's fouled immediately by Stoudemire with 7 seconds to go.
Interesting switch that time. Mills had Nash if he went to the basket, but he faked and released.
4 fouls on Stoudemire.
And for viewers around the country looking for Seton Hall and Tennessee State and North Carolina and East Carolina, we'll be getting you out there shortly, but history is being made here as the number 15 seed Broncos of Santa Clara. Oh, we finally missed one. Now this is the critical one. It's a 3-point game. Santa Clara trying to send the Wildcats of Arizona home. Oh, that one's off too. Loose ball. Dunn's got it. And he's fouled with 5 seconds to go. The chance was there.
Dick Devey immediately calling Steve Nash over, saying, don't worry about it. We would not be in this position if it wasn't for you. Now get out there and play some defense.
Now it will be Kevin Dunn, another freshman at the free throw line. Dunn, a 47% free throw shooter over the course of the season. And again, here comes the critical one, as it's a 3-point game.
He needs to take a deep breath. He's going to remember this shot for the rest of his life. Put it right over the front of the rim.
Missed it. Rebound Stoudemire. Arizona's got a chance. Stoudemire. No. Tipped out. Santa Clara wins. So for Larry Farmer, I'm Mike Gorman saying so long from the John M. Huntsman Center, where the final score, Santa Clara 64, Arizona 61.